Good morning children. Today our topic is food security. Why we are going to discuss this topic? It is very important topic in our textbook. What is the meaning of the word food security? Food security means providing the capacity to supply food for all the people and make it available at less cost. It means in our country some portion of the people were insecure. Those people are not able to eat. There is not availability of the food grains. Those people are not able to eat. There is not availability of the food grains. As per the NCERT, what is the meaning of the word NCERT? National Council of Educational Research and Training. As per the NCERT, it is 27 crores of the people were poor in our India. Most of the poor people are in Bihar and Odisha. After the independence, the government appointed the many committees for the development of the poor people. One of the committee, Rangarajan Committee. Rangarajan Committee was appointed in the year 2011 and 12. The Rangarajan Committee said that every year poor people are increasing in our India because the population was increasing. Children, next we discuss about the reasons for the food security. What are the reasons for the poverty and what are the reasons for the food security? The reasons for the food security: before the independence, British policies, illiteracy, unemployment and uneven development. British policies. Before the independence, British policies are unfavorable to the Indians. The Bengal famine in 1943 to 45. The most of the people, 3 to 5 millions of the people was died for the Bengal famine. Next one, illiteracy. Most of the people were uneducated people in our India. Third one is unemployment. Most of the people was skillless. And fourth one is uneven development. Uneven development means certain states are well developed, some states are undeveloped. For example, Chhattisgarh and Jharkhand are undeveloped states compared to the other states. In 1943, the Bengal famine. The main reason of the Bengal famine, insufficient supply food grains. After the independence, government providing the food each and every poor people. Government providing the food grains. Next we discuss about food security of the country. In 1943, the Bengal famine, the main reason of the Bengal famine, insufficient supply food grains. After the independence, our government providing the food each and every poor people. The government providing the food grains through the Anganwadi and midday meals and ration shops. After the independence, government providing the food grains for the poor people. Food security of the country. Increasing food grain production. How can we provide the food security in our country? India. Food security. It means providing the capacity to supply the food for all the people and make it available at less cost. Increasing food grain production. We observe the graph 1, production of the selected food grains. 1970, 1980s, 1990, 2000, every decade the food grains are increasing because one of the reason 1970 to 1980, this period of time the green revolution was implemented in our India. So automatically the food grains was increasing. Children, next we discuss about the availability of the food grains. Three components are important to the food security. The first one is availability of the food grains. Availability of the food grains means produce the food grains for people. Availability of the food grains and accessibility of the food grains. Accessibility means reach the food for the people, and the third one is affordability of the food grains. Affordability of the food grains means people have purchasing power. It is the affordability. What is the difference between production and availability of food grains? Production, availability of the food grains for the year. Production of the food grains during the year. Production. What is production? Total production. Entire the nation, all the states and union territories, everything is calculated. It is called the production. Production minus seed, feed and wastage plus net imports. Imports minus exports minus change in stock with the government. Closing the stock at the year end minus opening the stock at the beginning. Availability of the food grains per the person per day is equals availability of the food grains for the year divided by population by 365 days. Children, next we observe the table 1 per person availability of the food grains. This information relating to the production 1971, 1991 and 2011. The production was increasing. At the same time, our imports also increasing. 1971, our population is 551 millions and 1991, 852 millions. 2011, 1202 millions. Net production of the food grains in the year of 1971 only 94.9 and 1991 154.3. 2011 214.2. 1971 to 2011, the production levels was increasing. At the same time, per person availability of the food grains also increased. Why the production was increasing 1971 to 2011? The government developed the irrigation facilities and government give loans to them, and government providing the seeds and pesticides and water harvesting, crop rotation. These are the main reasons for production was increasing 1971 to 2011. Per person availability of the food grains. Rice as its major thing and everybody need rice. But we are not able to provide the sufficient for all the items, especially rice is the most important, but we are not able to provide the pulses, cereals or anything to the required the optimum level. Next we discuss about the availability of the other food items. The availability of the non-food items other than rice and wheat. What is the requirement for them nutritional levels, science analysis, how much percentage we need.